metal and or the bands, the people who make the bands, who they are, the security, everybody, even you, as the voice of metal itself. Welcome back to another episode of metal music and mayhem, so to speak. But this one's going to be a little bit interesting because we are going to go beyond just the normal, I guess you could say, music and this, that, and the other when it comes to metal music itself. We're going to go beyond, way beyond that. We're going to go to, excuse me, um, basically the darkest tracks from around the world or the folk metal warfare. So basically, these are ones from other countries and stuff. And I probably will completely butcher the name, probably, unfortunately. So I apologize to any of the bands or their songs, because I definitely want to get it right, but I know I'm not going to for sure. But some of these bands I know really well, and I'm not sure you guys might know them already. It's hard to say, but I thought, why not? Um, anyway, starting with Wolf Totem is number 20, The Who, Mongolian. The viral hit that provided heavy music doesn't need to be electronic guitars to be heavy, using traditional Morgan Kerr and his oh, that's his name, sorry, and throat singing. You can make quite a large, huge impact when it comes to metal music. I'm trying to think. There was something I was going to mention here before. Um, you know what? I'll talk about it later. But just stay tuned because you might miss something really exciting. Who knows? We'll see. Or some other things. Anyway, number 19 is Troll Hammerin from Finral or Finland from Finland, a dark bouncing classic that mixes polka rhythms. Oh, that's interesting. Very different with blackened death metal vocals and chaotic aggressive energy. So I'm gonna definitely spell this one out to make sure that you guys know what it's like. Hello, how's it going? How are you guys doing tonight? Daisy and the flying something dingbat. That's what it looks like. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry, just in case. Um. Anyway, oh, that's good. I, I don't think that's dingbat. I can't see it. It's so small. So, oh, you're from Brazil. Oh, you're just in luck. You're here right when I'm doing the international metal. That's what it's going to be about. Folk, well, bands that use other types of instruments besides just the metal instruments that they normally use. And it's rather interesting. One is from Mongolia. There is another one from that area, Brazil, I believe. Who knows? Thank you. I appreciate it. I was just going to ask people that. Have I happened to OTEP? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I thought they're still around. I thought they're still playing. I don't know. But anyway, just I was going to spell out this one because this is kind of interesting. It's got polka and metal, black metal, of course, which is kind of cool. It's Troll Hammerin, TROLLHAMMAREN, and it's Finrol, FINNTROLL, and they're from Finland. Um, Ga- Now this one Gadar, I think is how you say it. Number 18 is from Bloody Wood from India. It's a new metal bounce that meets Indian street percussions and flute created for a political anthem and massive groove, which is really cool. What's that? Shout shout out for that. Shout out for what? Can I get a shout out for what? The Brazilian bands? Okay. Well, anyway, to let me know what you want me to shout out. If you want me to shout out your name, that's cool. I can do that. Let's see here. We got oh, now this one is Kaya Taga, I think is how you say it. It's K I. No, Kaitangata, which I know I did butcher it, from Alien Weaponry, which I could have seen and I didn't because I had something else come up, and I thought I might not. There's a long story. I could have gone, but I didn't. They're from New Zealand. Oh, zillion. You know what I mean. Thrash metal song entire from channeling the Kati intimidating war energy from modern mosh pit anthem. I think that's how you pronounce. I say that. I don't know. Koya, Koya. Thank you for the subscribers. Guess what? I think if you guys both subscribed, I think we have three more people. We need one more subscriber, and I think we'll have 500. I think I had three missing. I believe. I'm not certain on that. You guys might have to look for me to let me know because I'm streaming. So if you're the 400th 500th person, thank you so much. And if you're going beyond that, that's fine too. I don't mind. But that's like the milestone, 500 subscribers, which means with that, and also people watching the channel, I gotta have X amount of hours, like 3,000 hours of watch time to be monetized, which is cool. I mean, yeah, granted, I'm going to have some ads on here, but you guys, hopefully things might change and get better. And, maybe some of them, if there's any sort of money, which I don't know if there's going to be a lot of money, would be helpful because actually I was thinking maybe if there was a decent amount of money, maybe get some tickets, and maybe I can, invite people. Unfortunately, it might be people close to home to go with me to concerts, possibly. Who knows? We'll see. And if I'm there in your town, who knows? Maybe I'll invite somebody there. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know. I'm still playing with that, so that's just an idea, so you guys know. Or maybe I can use that to pay for. I think I might have to. I think some band members would probably want money for an interview, to a point. I would assume, so that might be part of it. So who knows? I know. That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know. I never thought about it. I've been thinking about some things, but I mean, I want to do something kind of nice and special. I want to do something kind of monumental, because I definitely want to get an interview. And if I can get an interview with a certain individual at 1,000, that would be awesome. Maybe I could have people vote on who they want to see, and then I'm going to try my best to get them on here. I think that would be awesome. If the majority of people say I want this person to be interviewed on your channel, that would be awesome. That would be my dream goal. That would be cool. And who knows? Maybe something else. Maybe who knows? Maybe it'll be nice enough to maybe get a concert ticket. Maybe if it's not too expensive, because I don't know. I don't know. See, and the thing is, how do I pick one person out of all 1,000 people? It's like it's one of those things. It's one of those things you got to figure that out. So it'd be kind of interesting. Plus, I'm sure there's probably some. I got to figure out legalese and all this other stuff to do that because that way it's fair to everybody. Because the like a set of rules and things like that, so that way people can follow. So I'll have to figure that out. I might have to ask somebody to do that. Who knows? So we'll see. If I don't have all that and prepare for the 1,000, then I'm gonna be kind of host. But anyway, now where was I at? Um, Number 16 is Gordos de Comanche, I think is how you say it. It's Gerrusde. That's a separation with a DE. Cemic as Cemican, and that's the name of the band too. From Mexico, Aztec folk metal with use of his Hispanic wind instrument to create a dense, tribal, and aggressive wall of sound. That sounds really impressive. I like that. That would be really cool. I think that would be awesome. I mean, the sound of that would be kind of cool. Now, this one I have no idea how to pronounce it either. N I N Inismona, and the band is called Eluveitie from Switzerland. Evalier. See, that's the thing is people just. I bet you people just love. What's this say? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, thank you for dropping in. I hope so too. I think it'd be great because, like I said before, even at 500 to 1,000, I can say, okay, now I've got 500 subscribers that you might have listened to your music. That's how I look at it. Is if I can get 500 new people or eyeballs on a band that people don't know very well, especially a smaller band or semi small band, then those 500 people might be new fans for the band. So that's the way I look at it. So if they want, I think they'd be a little bit motivated to gain a few more fans, because who knows, those fans might turn into loyal customers for them because merchandise sells, people buy stuff, and they make money. That's what it's all about. It's not just about the music. They have to make money too to make a living, which is understandable. We all know that. I mean, that's a basic business model for metal or any other band out there. To be honest, they got to make some money. I mean, because the smaller bands don't make nearly as much money as the bigger bands. So I want to try to support them. I really do. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, if you're a small band, definitely come check out let me know. Let me interview you. I would love it. It's one of those things. See here what we got here. Israel. Sapara. That's Sapari. Opland, I think it's how you say it. It's from Israel. Progressive metal masterpiece blend of Jewish, Muslim, and Christian musical roots with a unified heavy sound. I don't know if this one's really like a heavy metal band, but maybe it is. Maybe it's just a heavy sounding. I don't know. It's a good question. Um, Number 13 is Rebirth from Nemesis. It's Malacia, Melechesh, and it's from Jerusalem. Black metal riffing played with Middle Eastern scales, creating a frantic and desert storm atmosphere. I'm not sure what the desert storm atmosphere means. It sounds like, desert storm like there was back in the day. I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. Where are we at? Supreme Pain for the Tyrants, number 12. And this one is from Taiwan. It's CHTHONIC. Chronica, maybe is how you pronounce it, possibly. Symphonic black metal with incorporates the Iru's two-string fiddle. I think that's how you say that. To tell a tragic story of Taiwanese history. I think I know what the instrument is because I think there's this other lady that I know that I've listened to quite a lot that actually has played that instrument before, and I think that's what she plays. It's a string fiddle, which is kind of cool. It's this do 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 do. It's kind of a like I said, Oriental style feel. Like you play in like movies and this that and the other. But anyway, number 11 is Snow Tengeri Cavalry, China's Mongolian nomadic folk metal that gallops like a horse across the steppes. I don't know. Blend of high speed riffing with traditional melodies. I picked the hard ones just to make myself look like a fool. How about that? Is that great? Oh my god, these are hard. Number 10 is, I got to learn how to pronounce it. Well, I did go through these beforehand to hear what they sound like, having it pronounced to me, and yeah, I still didn't get it. It's Krigsgaldr, and Helzingen as Heilung from Denmark, Germany, and Norway. I'm assuming they're different guys from different bands. Parts of the band are from those countries. Not strictly metal by instrumentation, but heavier than most death metal bands. Though sheer ritualistic dread, and atmosphere. I wonder what it sounds like, because it's like saying it's not really technically metal, but it's heavier than black metal or death metal, which death metal is pretty big, usually pretty heavy. Like Obituary is definitely a heavy band. This one's, I think, thrash. Death Angel, which I love. I got this one for free. It's kind of cool. They had some leftover shirts from the concert that never existed. Who knows? Maybe I'll give this for a prize for my 1,000th listener. Who knows? Or not thousands listener, but the person, as the wins it. How do you say? If I can get something going on that, so we'll see. Believer as Midrith as Tuscany blends power metal grandeur with a acoustic Tuscan scales and violins for a massive cinematic sound. Mydra, Myrath, is the band, and it's called Believer. Now, this one, I don't know how to say it. Skyforger is the name for sure. That one's pretty easy to say. It's Kauja Pi, I'm assuming Pie, Scalus, Saules. It's now this one is, I'm not sure what country it's from. It's Latvia. It's a raw pagan metal telling the history of the ancient Baltic tribes with traditional pipes and aggressive vocals. Okay, I want to make sure I said that. Go Road Go is number 7. I think that's how you say it. Goi or Goi Ro Goi, I think is how you say it. And it looks like Arkansas, but it's not. It's Arkona from Russia. It's a pagan metal lead by one of the most versatile vocalists in the genre, shifting from clean Slavic chants to guttural growls. I think that would be cool. I like kind of stuff like this, a little bit different. Okay, now this one I am not even gonna even don't know if I can even try to attempt to pronounce this one. This is from Romania, and it's got some weird little characters. I think it's because of the language, and I don't even know if I'm going to spell it right because of the words or letters. It's Cunosas with like a little symbol at the bottom. Terea, and then there's a space Ta with a little half moon, whatever you want to call above it. Cuta. It's this is Kanta, maybe is how you pronounce the last part. And the band is called Negura with a little thing on the top. Bunget, and they're from Romania. It's atmospheric black metal deeply rooted in Transylvania spiritually, with using wooden flutes to create a haunting mystic vibe. Actually, that does sound really cool. The whole wooden flutes and some other instruments that are not traditional in metal always kind of intrigue me when it comes to music that's supposed to be really heavy. um Apex Santana, I think is how I Apeg Santana, I think is how you say it. Rotting Christ from Greece, a slow rhythmic ritual chant that sounds like a dark ceremony summoning ancient Celtic gods. Hmm. Interesting. Isa Enslaved is the name of the group from ASA. That's the name of the song. From Norway. That's number 3, of course. Sorry. Progressive Viking metal that moves beyond simple raiding songs. That's cool. Into complex, icy, and aggressive compositions. Cool. We got. Oh, this one's another good, hard one to pronounce. Number 2 is Jumaltenaika. Jamaican. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna try it. Moon Sorrow is the name of the band, which definitely was easy to pronounce. From Finland, it's an epic 10-minute journey of dark folk metal that feels like a blizzard hitting your face. Hmm. Because they're from Finland, I guess. Maybe that's why. Now, this is the one that I'm sure that most, if not everybody out there that's a metal fan knows. And this is one that's probably one of my all time favorite songs, let alone the other stuff, is Roots, Bloody Roots from Sepultura from Brazil, which we had somebody from Brazil here not that long ago at the very beginning. So I appreciate them for stopping in and subscribing. And they have to leave because they got tired of us getting ready for bed. Um, the track that all started it all, of course, Sepultura is like one of the biggest bands out there for that. Mixing Brazilian tribal percussion with downtuned groove metal to change the face of heavy music forever. And that's true. I really believe that Sepultura really got that ball rolling because they had sounds that nobody else had used at the time when it comes to metal back in the 80s. And now that they've done that, The Who and some of these other bands have gotten some interesting stuff. And I think one had actually had a hurdy-gurdy in it, which I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but they are really cool. They sound really cool. It kind of reminds me of like the bagpipes from Korn, only there's a hurdy-gurdy. It's a little bit different. It kind of reminds you of that because they have to, I think, no, it's they have to turn something, I think. I've seen them before. I know what they look like. They're kind of interesting instruments to play. And I think it'd be interesting to learn how to play, probably, but who knows? But there's a lady that does hurdy-gurdy music, and she's not a metal fanatic person, but she does. That's all she plays, and she's really one. She's really attractive, and two, she does a freaking phenomenal job playing her music. So I'm sure most of the guys out there would probably enjoy that because it's really great music, and you get to see a very attractive woman while playing it, especially if you watch the videos, right? Because it's just one of those things. I always try to support the ladies because I think it means a lot. Which reminds me, there are some bands out there right now that are being on tour or will be on tour soon. I think Megadeth announced that they were going to have one with their new album coming out. And they also, if you haven't heard, there is a new song and video out now. I think this is the third one, I believe. And they're going to do Ride the Lightning, is what it sounds like. Lamb of God's going to be on tour here soon. There's a bunch of them. Oh my God, there's Testament, and I just heard one that I wanted to hear and see, and I don't think I can make it because of certain reasons. Oh, what's the name of the band? Oh gosh, I forgot. And I just found out from my friend Mike. He always gives me the heads up on new music and all that stuff, so that way you guys can enjoy it. And and I thank him for that. I really do. I mean, he said, "Well, I should start my own YouTube channel." So why not? I think he's a little. I don't know if it's shy or maybe I don't know. He feels like maybe he can't project himself out there to people. I don't know. It's hard to say it, but he's a really great person. He's a really awesome. And so my other friend Dylan, he's awesome too. Because the fact that he was so intrigued about me being on here, and I forgot to mention that I was going to be online. I always tell him I try to be on at 11:30, so at least he knows that. And he was having a hard time getting on here, wanted to see it. He got on here talking one time. It was awesome. But anyway, and also some of the other tours that are coming up, the winter of 2005 to spring to it says winter, but that's almost over with now. Spring to 2026. Metallica, of course, is going to be out touring Gojira and Mastodon. Sleep Token, of course, which is ritual alternate metal. I guess that's what they call it. Oh, they're from. Oh, I didn't know they're Australia and Asia. Oh, that's where they're touring at. Sorry. Excuse me. Slayer is. Oh, reunion dates. You heard it here, guys. I'm not sure about this, but I will check into it to find out. You know what? I'm thinking, no, I can't do it because I'm broadcasting from my phone. I guess I can't. I'll post it. Post it afterwards to find out. U.S. select U.S. festivals and various. If that's the case, that's a big one. That's going to be huge. So Mike, Dylan, my son Caleb, we just definitely, if they are going to be playing it, we got to go. Electric Callboy is going to be techno core. is the type of metal. Of course, we got upcoming festivals: Wacom Open Air, Hellfest, of course, Aftershock, of course, and Bloodstock Open Air, which that's a pretty much given on those. Oh, here's some that are here locally, I guess. Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into all those because you guys probably aren't interested in that. Anyway, oh, pro tips for you guys. This is some things that you should check out. Eargasm is one I use for my ears, which I got to find those because for some reason when I had jury duty, I used the bag that I got from Carla um, for my all my stuff that I needed to go through security. It made it a lot easier. But I have my earplugs in there for my that's what I usually use for my concerts and shirts and all this other stuff. There's also loops, I guess is what they're called. I've never heard of them. It's a high fidelity earplugs with essentials to hear and mix clearly without permanently damaging your ears. Erasers, I think is how you say it. That's interesting. The pit is one of those things. If you are going to try for the first time, stay on the edge of the pit so that way you don't have some issues. And the golden rule is to make sure you help somebody up when they fall. So please do so. Be cautious, help people up, and try not to be too pushy. Be pushy without being pushy. Um, oh, also don't forget to buy merchandise because without you guys helping them, they won't be able to put any more shows on. They won't be able to tour, especially when it's not always the easiest thing to do and the cheapest thing to do because they got to they got a vehicle they're renting or whatever. They got to have money to pay for gas and insurance and all that other stuff, just like everybody else. So do them a favor, okay? Yeah, because it does. It covers their food, it covers their gas, covers their hotel if they have any. I don't know. They might sleep in the vehicle, or they might have somebody drive overnight while they tour. Who knows? Anyway, I think that about covers everything. I'm way over what I usually do, but I figured, why not? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to mention, or if you guys need to mention. Don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and I do appreciate it. And I think we might be actually at 500 people. I think after this one, I think we will. If we had 3 more subscribers, I think we hit it. So I appreciate that. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribes. It means a lot. And plus, the more people that are on the channel, hopefully, maybe I can convince somebody to do an interview because that's what I've been wanting to do for a long time. This is my main goal. Is it's not about the list, but I'm thinking about still doing the list at certain times. Like later on when I have more time, then I might do those like during the week or in between the interviews. I think that'd be cool. Man, just a spur of the moment kind of, oh yeah, just so you know, there's some new songs, new this, that, and the other, whatever, or new playlists of songs that you might actually enjoy listening to, and that way you can explore some new music. And that's one thing I try to do because I really want to evolve, or how I say evolve, and help people experience new sounds, new things. And that's the reason why I kind of thought this would be a good topic for tonight, having music from around the world that actually uses other instruments that you might not have heard on a regular metal band or any band for that matter, to be honest, because I don't think there's very many regular bands like rock bands or just pop bands that have that. I mean, there's K-pop, of course, but this is a little more unique and more original, more some kind of attuned to the actual band itself. They have something special, and I think something special usually means that they're going to be huge. Usually, I think so, but that's my personal opinion. You don't have to take my word for that, but I'm sure that some people will agree. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night. Oh, see, I had somebody come back. Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, Thanks for watching. I appreciate coming back. I think that's about it. I think I'm going to wrap it up for the night. And I'll see you next Saturday. So don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe to the channel because without you, without the security, without the people in the bands, without the people at the venues, the people that take, do security and tickets for the bigger venues and stuff like that, we wouldn't have these wonderful shows. And when you do, thank those people. I think they do a phenomenal job, and I'm sure they would appreciate your gratitude towards them, because it's not always an easy job to do. I will say that much. And putting on the show, and even the sound guys, sound techs, the guys who change out the guitars when something goes wrong, that kind of stuff. Any little thing, especially the bigger bands, they always have some people that help them keep things going and rolling, so that way they don't have to worry about stopping the show because something malfunctioned, which is awesome. Like the one band had a mic that turned off, and they didn't have a technical expert to do it because they're smaller. It was at the Black Sky Brewery, which is really cool. If you ever go to Denver, check them out. If you're in the Denver area, or if you're coming to Denver, check out the Black Sky Brewery, because they have some pretty awesome pizza, and they also have metal bands. And I think they even do metal karaoke, is what it sounds like. And they got some really interesting names for pizzas. Let's put it that way. Kind of like Hell's something or other, Hell's Pizza or something. Who knows? So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Don't forget to, like I said, headbang, like, and subscribe. And I will see you next Saturday. Take care. Have a good night, and keep metal headbanging out there, right?